So, we made it to the top, Chimney Tops. Unfortunately, you cannot go over to the Chimney Tops. Still closed off from when the fire came through here in 2016, which is kind of weird because it's so long ago. And I feel like the trail should be like okay, like it's a long time. It's almost a decade. You can't get over there thanks to some young punks that decided to start a fire. There are actually 2 fires up here in Chimney Tops, and there was the second fire these kids started. Kind of a crazy
Story this morning out of Tennessee. It's going to hit home for so many of us who vacation there in the Smoky Mountains of East Tennessee.
People are now running to get out of the way of those wildfires in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge.
All right, so that's Chimney Tops, obviously. Kind of looks like 2 chimneys. You can still see where the fire went down. Stuff still burnt out, but yeah, back in 2016, 2 juveniles started a fire, basically. And that's the fire you've heard of that ripped through Gatlinburg, killed 14 people. This is prior to us coming out here. It happened just in a couple of years before we came out. But the interesting thing is they never charged the 2 kids that started the fire, because in the writings of the park or whatever of who has jurisdiction on it, you know, would it be local authorities, would it be federal, blah blah blah, they never ended up charging these kids and convicting them of anything, because it would have to go to federal court because it's the national park. So it's kind of crazy. It's a crazy story, and unfortunately 14 people died in that, and it's just really weird that there's, you know, this gray area that kind of was a loophole. But it'd be kind of cool to go over there. Like, it looks like a really cool spot. It's just odd that it's still closed down, right?
No, it is.
That's a hike, though, I'll tell you.
It is not an easy one.
Only one. Well, you started a little bit earlier than mine. I'm at 1.9, 1,200 foot elevation gain.
Yeah, I'm at 58 minutes. I paused it. 1.93.
So an hour to go of it. I mean, there are stairs like no other.
Just put your head down, slow and steady.
One step at a time.
If you look up, you're just gonna get defeated.
I walked behind her and just kept looking at her footsteps the whole time. That was crazy.
Don't go out the gate thinking it's gonna be quick.
It's the most stairs I've ever done.
It's
wow.
challenging.
All right, so it's starting to rain, but I can't help as we were walking up, now walking down, the thought of the man hours that went into these trails, just into the rocks that are laid as steps, the logs that are cut as steps. I mean, there has to be hundreds of steps on this trail. The bridges that went into place, but like all of the efforts that went into these trails and how well they're maintained too. I just can't get over it. And it's such an appreciation thing too, because it allows us to get out here and enjoy nature and see all this beauty. But all these steps, there's just hundreds and hundreds. $154 steps.
You counted them?
Yep. 154 steps, stairs. You gotta go up just this one little set. There's just this one section. Like I said, somebody sat here and took the man hours to make all of woman person hours. Don't want to discount anybody, but yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Look at this beast of a tree.
It's awfully big.
This is one of the biggest fall downs I think, or blowovers I think I've seen. That's a fresh fall too.
It would take a lot of tape.
What are you doing down there? When I was coming off of that tree back there, I was going to say something about hiking with a good pair of boots, but we all remember what happened last time. I know I mentioned it just about every hiking video we go on, but man, does a good pair of boots make a difference. Woo! So we don't want to do that again. Look at these guys. Coolest flowers right now. There are so many wildflowers popping up all over the Smokies. There's this little, they look like little meadows down here. Yeah, these little white flowers popping up.
Very pretty. We should probably pack some bathing suits in the car, just in case, and maybe some towels. We have plenty of beach towels.
It's one of those things, you think about how many swimsuits and bath towels you might have. You just throw a couple in your car. When you're driving by the river in summertime, just hop right out and get in.
And if we're out exploring and you want to get wet,
And get a little heated.
0.86 miles, an hour and 50 minutes.
It's not bad at all. Pretty good little hike. So the parking lot is rather small for Chimney. So you figure on a busy summer day or spring day, it's not going to hold a lot of cars. So get here early, start your hike. I think this rain kind of scared people off for the most of it, so we got lucky. And make sure you have your tags. Your parking tag has to be displayed. Our annual one actually expires right here in April, end of this month. So we want to get one last hike in. Babs has some stuff coming up. Want to make sure we got that done and used up the last of the pass before it did expire. But you can get day ones, just like those people have. You just put them on your dash and you're good to go. This is literally one step at a time. You can't look up because you'll just quit.